Marvel didn't just drop another Disney Plus TV show. They quietly experimented with this new hit, Wonder Man. Before we get into it, don't forget to give me a like and follow. So let's start off by saying the relationship between Simon and Trevor was the glue of the whole entire show. It was so touching and so emotional in some parts that I totally forgot that I was watching a Marvel TV show. The characters starred by Sir Ben Kingsley and Yahya Abdul Martin. Both of those two, they were showing how acting is supposed to be done. Honestly, they didn't. It's when you watch it, it feels like it's a TV show with a sprinkling of powers. It's not a TV show based solely on the fact of powers. It's not something that you need to know backstory too much, really and truthfully, of the rest of the MC TV shows. Like obviously with Simon, not with Simon, with Trevor's character, the Mandarin. If you don't know his backstory, it does explain somewhat within the TV show, but you don't need to know. You don't even need to know anything about any of the Marvel TV shows. This honestly stood separately to everything else. It was shot in a way that it described the characters, it built the characters. It was a character driven TV show. It wasn't a, oh, by the way, did you watch the last one, or did you watch all the movies, or did you? It wasn't that at all. It was the fact of the characters are based. The whole show was based on the relationships within it. Like Yahya's character Simon, him having issues with his family wasn't touched on straight away, and it was it was slowly introduced, which was nice. It wasn't just just throwing you straight into it. It made you. It built up the relationship between why Wonder Man is the title sequence, and the way it starts. It obviously starts with Wonder Man, the movie that was the original movie, and then it shows him with his father and the bond that they had, and it kind of breaks that down throughout the entire show. So the relationships in the TV show, like between Yahya's character Simon and his family, for starters, especially with his brother, it's very butting heads. And then there's a situation that happens in the show. I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't want to give too much spoilers away. But there's a situation that happens in the show that makes you understand why him and his brother don't actually get along too well. His mother was really sweet. His mother reminds me of my mother, which is quite ironic, especially because they're from the Caribbean as well, and I'm from the Caribbean. So it's just the whole idea of heart is what drives this whole TV show. Something that I picked up on Simon's character is that quite early on, he seems to truly understand, Simon's character truly understands how, tries to build backstory of characters. He's not just doing it as a job. He's not just being an actor just for a job. He's not just reading lines. He wants to give his all. He wants to give his all to a character. He doesn't want to just sit there and just tell me what to do and I'll just show up and do it and I'm gone. It's not that at all. It's what more of me can I give to this character to make it shine? And that's the reason why he had the issue in the first part of the TV show with the show that he was acting in at the beginning. But due to that, that's the reason why his emotions led him. It's not a spoiler because it's shown in the trailer that he does get the movie, but that's the reason why he gets the movie. It's not because he's just another guy who's reading the line. It's not that. It's the fact of his emotions shine. Let's talk about Trevor for a second. Sir Ben Kingsley, his acting is top notch. In all the other TV shows, in Marvel TV shows, the acting in some of them just felt like, okay, they're actors, they need to do their job, and then they can go, and then that's it. No, Sir Ben Kingsley, like the way he acted in this was like he was doing a show for freaking Broadway. Like he acted like he was in theater. Like he acted so in some parts of the show, it was just, especially when he was in the director's house. Don't want to give too much away, but when he was in the director's house, the way he acted there, I was gobsmacked. I was like, raw. Like, does he know this is a Marvel show? like really and truthfully, like why is he acting so good? Like it made me think like, my God, this guy, like, why doesn't people talk about this guy more? And why doesn't this guy get more acting roles? Because he needs more. Saying that though, his acting didn't outshine Yaya's. It wasn't the fact of he bombarded the show with his acting. It was a fact of he's a talented guy. He's a professional. His acting was high, but he didn't steal the limelight from Yaya's role, Simon. It was Simon's movie. It was Simon's TV show, but really and truthfully, it's like a buddy cop show. It's not a cop show, but it's a buddy cop show where it's about these two characters and their relationship. Sir Ben Kingsley, the way he portrays Trevor and the fact of his history dictating how he should live his life is really touching. And the fact of him realizing close to the end of the show that he shouldn't care about his past, he should do the right thing, is what this show, it was really what this show was putting the glue together. Talking about Yaya's portrayal of Trevor now again, he portrays a person with faults who's trying to control his anger. Let's swap out the powers for just emotions itself, because it really and truthfully, that's what it is all about. It's about anger management, kinda, because if you take away the powers and swap that for someone who deals with anger, it's basically the same thing. Like he's trying to control his temper to the point where he doesn't blow up. It's a metaphor. He's trying to control his temper so that he doesn't blow up and go all out. I know some people that don't do that and that need to control that, but it plays it so well. And the fact that his character, I really do feel like his character is neurodiverse, because the way that he takes in so much detail, it's a joke. He was going to the director's house. That's what it was. He was going to the director's house, and nobody else would think, okay, there's shoes on the floor. Why is there shoes on? Why is there one pair of shoes on the floor? This isn't a spoiler because it's not giving away too much. But why is there shoes on the floor? And if I'm going to the director's house where other people are going to be, why is there only one pair of shoes on the floor? Shouldn't there be multiple shoes on the floor? Like, that train of thought and that intake made me think that he must be neurodiverse. It's that and the beginning part when he was doing the TV show for American Horror Story, like the way he wanted to give all of himself and throw himself out there. Like it makes me think that he's definitely neurodiverse. And not only that, the way that when the woman from the New York Times came to understand who he is, and the way that he was panicking so much over the fact that she needed to talk to his brother, like, that made me think, like, the stress and the anxiety that was building up in him worried the fact of this woman needs to talk to his family, and what is his family going to say and what is family going to give away. Really and truthfully, in this TV show, you can seriously take out the powers and swap it for something else. You can honestly take out the powers and swap it for anger management, and it will be the exact same show. This show isn't a superhero show. It's a show on character. It's a show on a real person trying to achieve a goal and doing his all, because that goal brings him closer to his dad who passed away. That's what the show is about, and it's it's totally different from every other Marvel, Disney Plus TV, MCU TV show because, like I said, you can seriously take out a part of it and swap it for something else, and it would not be a superhero show. It would just be a quality show. This TV show is so rich in character, so rich in development, so rich in backstory. It's thought out well. If they don't do a sequel to this, like the way it ended, it needs a sequel because like I know they're planning on rebooting Marvel after Secret Wars, but Yaya's character is so rich they need to find a way to add him in because this show was amazing. Looking back into the list of movie TV shows that were there for Marvel, and not looking back to the whole list of it, but looking back to the last TV show, I'm gonna have to compare it to the last one. Obviously, it's a black superhero, so and the way that Marvel been treating the black superheroes in this whole genre hasn't been great, to be fair, because the new Captain Marvel movie wasn't great. Ironheart wasn't spectacular, and it wasn't something that I felt deeply understanding and felt deeply close to. But this, honestly, the way that they dropped it all seasons, it made it feel all episodes. It made it feel that Marvel didn't have trust in it that you would do well. Like they normally drop all episodes for a TV show that they don't feel like it's gonna do well. Like for Loki, for example, and for WandaVision, and for Agatha All Along, they released that like a week after week after week after week. With this, they released it all in one go so they can just give it to people and so they can get rid of it. I feel really upset about that because this is one of the best shows Marvel's actually done. Like Loki, obviously, my favorite TV show is Loki season 1 and 2. Then probably Agatha All Along. That TV show was banging. I really enjoyed it. The whole follow the witch's world. That was banging. Wonder was good. Don't get me wrong. Wonder was amazing, and it did set precedent for all the rest of the shows. I'm not going to touch on Daredevil because obviously Daredevil was bringing back from what Marvel really was. So Daredevil's banging, period. But this show, I'm putting it in the line of like Loki, WandaVision, Agatha All Along. Wonder Man is top notch, and it's probably I would say in the list, this is probably my third favorite show. For me, it's definitely Loki. Then talking about live action, Loki. Then Agatha All Along, Then Wonder Man. Wonder Man is literally pushing the other, like it's between Agatha and Wonder Man. Those two are definitely fighting for second place because this show was banging. And then it's probably WandaVision, and then probably Moon Knight, and then Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was good. Miss Marvel was good. It wasn't better than this at all, but it was good. But saying that, oh, and Werewolf by Night. Okay, so scratch that. Loki, Agatha All Alone, Wonder Man, Werewolf by Night, because that show was banging. And then Moon Knight, and then Miss Marvel. Those and then WandaVision as well. So those 7, yeah. Though everything else for me, I'm not including Daredevil and his show because I feel that that's Netflix. Although it's not Netflix, it's now in Disney. I do feel it's still like the Netflix era. But those 7 shows are banging. Straight up banging. Everything else I can honestly miss. Everything else I can miss. Like even like I did feel Echo it was a shame that Echo didn't do well, but yeah, even that can go. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even that as well. That show had some really good parts in it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier had some really nice parts in it, but that even in itself wasn't as good as the top five, I would say. So yeah, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've been Jace with Popcorn, the show where TV and film takes center stage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.